Kala Wahwala Yahweh Shem Shai Bashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great men soon that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I am Brother Manatis here with another short video. So yeah, we heard about the crash. You know what I mean? The plane crash over Washington, whatever, whatsoever. Right? I said, let me boot back up this page here. Because there is not the article I was looking at earlier. This is the article I was looking at earlier. Alright, it says Trump takes aim without evidence at diversity policies over mid-air collision. Now, if you don't know, when he was, well, yeah, I believe he was already, yeah, when he was sworn into office, one of the, there's a 1965 law, or bill, rather, that was passed, that was way before, you know what I mean, he ever jumped about being president. Basically the law was that you couldn't discriminate against anybody when it comes to work. So, you know, if you want to hire a foreigner to work for you, a person of color, as they would say at the point in time, or whatever the case may be, right? That was outlawed. Discriminating against somebody so that you don't hire them was outlawed. But what Trump's saying is this same diversity is the problem, right? So you go down in the article with some scriptures, you know how it go, right? It says President Donald Trump suggested without evidence on Thursday that the deadly mid-air collision of two aircraft in Washington was the result of the Federal Aviation Administration's efforts to hire a more diverse workforce. So you see where what this is inciting. Without evidence, he blaming the fact that all you're hiring all kind of people. You understand? Biden just let all kind of people into the country. Right? This is going to end in a civil unrest. Right? This is the beginning of our civil unrest. But we you know what I mean? Let me go on. It says Trump leveled the accusation with a White House press conference called to update Americans on the Wednesday night crash in which a passenger jet about to land at Reagan National Airport collided with an Army helicopter on a training flight. It says the cause of the air crash is not yet clear, and there is no evidence that efforts to make the federal workforce more diverse have compromised air safety. So basically, he talking out the ass, you know, as all politicians as but then again they have an agenda to uphold, right? Remember that they are not the ones who put themselves there. The people didn't put them there. They were chosen to be there by the elites, by the ones who run the world. All right. It says, yet Trump used the briefing to set up his rhetoric on the issue. In this case, criticizing the FAA, which regulates commercial U.S. air travel. The FAA diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing, Trump said. But I have no evidence of that. So basically, the dutish and crazy, or the dumb and crazy, is basically what Trump's saying. Claiming the FAA wanted people with severe disabilities, the most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in and they want and they want them in and they want them, they can be air traffic controllers. Asked how he could blame diversity, equity, and inclusion hiring for the crash without yet knowing who was at fault, Trump said, "Because I have common sense." Right? And we all know when he say people who intellectual and psychiatric, whatever. Obviously, nobody not go and hire a crazy person to fly no plane. You understand? And obviously, you're going to need some level of education to enter in the minimal spots, right? But we all know where he getting at. We know what he stand for, build a wall, so on and so forth. He want to name the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. So we don't know where he getting at with this shit. He could say what he want, he could butter it on, he could butter the bread on the two sides. You know what I mean? He could sugarcoat it how we want. We all know, you know what I mean, where he stands. It's a air traffic controllers have to be at the highest levels of genius, he added. A former FFA official told Reuters that air traffic controllers undergo rigorous testing mentally and physically before they are hired. A former FFA official, somebody who has worked there. Does Donald Trump own a resume? Where was he ever hired? I am positive he never worked in the FFA. Like the articles, the title of the article, without evidence. So if somebody used to work, they say they just put them through rigorous physical and mental testing, right? So then what diversity could he possibly speaking about? Right? So y'all oh, for who didn't know, y'all catch him on your fan. Alright, it said Trump's comments drew criticism from aviation safety experts, disability rights activists, and Democratic lawmakers. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it is what inciting that civil unrest already. It said the Republican president has made sweeping away any policy aimed at supporting diversity a hallmark of his fledgling administration, part of a broader effort to shrink, purge, and remake the U.S. federal government to conform to his political priorities. Yeah, and I believe I did a video. I can't remember the name of the video. No, Salakia. I read the article with him outlawing, you know what I mean, with him saying there are only two genders, male and female. You understand? And I mean, the average Joe who's straight, who is heterosexual, would think, hey, that's a good thing. But little did you know, your skin color is you know what I mean, going to be outlawed pretty soon too. You know what I mean? He's only tolerate all, yeah. Yeah, he only free them rappers from jail so that he could win over all, yeah, to be honest. You know? You understand? Because you know, hey, these who these people look up to, these degenerates. If you get them degenerates are blind, the people go vote for me. You know, this kind of way you go win them over. Look at that. Right? And then on the other hand, the Edomites, right, who follow this man are what is he what I'm looking for? Yeah. Gosh, extremists, for lack of a better word. You understand? They are extremists. They follow him blindly. Alright? So whatever he say goes, because he's now the president as well. It's later on Tuesday, Trump issued an executive memorandum directing his administration to assess and undo diversity initiatives in aviation safety rules. Right. And and this is the thing. It starts here, but where will it end? You already I forget how the article did with it, but it's like I already revoked the law about discrimination in the workplace. Or having discrimination when you're hiring somebody. Right? So you could pick and choose who you want to hire. They don't have to be qualified. And now you're saying the administration going and look to organize laws concerning diversity in the workplace. right? This could possibly be another step to usher in the UBI. So going on, we all we can we go get all a little dust at the end of the month, play cool. That's all it's do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I go run everything on, whatever. You know what I mean? But however this play pans out, it is going to play out to the whim of their agenda, right? And that is prophesied that this must happen. This is the way this will go. Alright? We got some precepts here. This is the book of Second Ezra, 13 and verse 31. 31. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. You understand? So there is going to be a uproar, riots, civil unrest, civil wars. You know what I mean? Because the country full of refugees, right? Look, I see the gosh, I don't know, I forget the agency it's called them, but anyhow, they went and locked up some big Venezuelan boss who took over some like housing towers basically, you know, and they went and arrested him. And in the article it said, well, they're not going to ship him back to Venezuela one time, they're not going to extradite him to Venezuela. They say he must suffer first and then, you know what I mean? And that is how Trump is ruling. You understand? He probably just tolerating the old so-called African Americans for now until he find a way to, you know what I mean, deal with that matter. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised because all arrows lead to that. Everything points to that. Everything points to that. All right. And this is also signs of the crumbling of this kingdom, the rulership of this rulership. You know, this is also part of the hallmark signs at the ending. This is the beginning of the end. You're already in the beginning of the end. This is just another sign to confirm or verify, rather, that this is the beginning of the end. We in the end. Right? In Matthew 12, verse 25 and 26. I believe the point is in 26, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So you all brought in these people, you all enslaved them, you all built these cities, you have physical slavery was abolished. Give them place to stay. Well, they never give them place to stay. They acquire the places to stay and so on and so forth and whatever and whatever. You know, you made the Indians say you raped, you pillaged, you murdered them, you slaughtered them. Right? You know what? You give them a little savannah turnabout and call it a reservation here. That's all your land. Alright, after we done flatten the place, we give you a little piece here. That's all you. Alright, now you're talking about diversity and issues with diversity in the workplace. And sugarcoating it saying more they're not intellectual or they're physically disabled. Right? I would love to know exactly what he meant. But then again, I already know what he trying to say. You understand? The only how you would not see this is if your Basham Kakadash has blinded you. The only how you could take this for what he say it is, because I mean, like, be real. go in and give somebody who lame, in other words, to fly up to control the direction of an aeroplane, and not a cargo plane, a plane transporting people. Let us be very real in this day and age. You know, so for you to even utter that is madness. Guys, what it is madness, right? Verse 26, and it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand? How shall the kingdom stand, right? If the adversary cast out the adversary, yeah, how the kingdom will stand? And we know they don't have no problems slaughtering their own to achieve what they want, right? There have been many instances of that, i.e. the 9/11, the C-19, now all these things. All these things are cases of them what slaughtering their own people to get what they want. And this is just a sign of the time, you know. This is just a sign of the beginning of the end, right? Wars, rumors are wars, so on and so forth. This in particular don't have to start it, but this will have a part to play in the civil unrest, the leadership of the country. Yeah, and that is what inspired me to entitle the video "Let the Anarchy Begin." Right, and that was just the message in this video. Hope it was edifying. Hope it was enlightening. Until next time, shalom.